Welcome to my first tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw eyes from different angles. First, I will gather a few reference images. Make sure to save high quality pictures so you can see the details clearly. Before we start drawing, I want to go over a few of these eyes together. Analyzing references before starting your drawing can help you gain a better understanding of the subject. The eyeball is covered by the upper and lower eyelids. Always remember, the upper and lower eyelids have some thickness. Pay attention to this angle. At this stage, I'm trying to identify and understand the relationships between the parts of the eye. The shape of the iris can look different from various angles due to perspective. In the front view, the iris shape is like a circle. In the front view, part of the upper iris is covered by the upper eyelid, so we don't see the iris fully. This information will help you understand eyes better, and the better your understanding of what you are trying to draw, the better your drawing will be. Here, I'm using lines to add volume and depth to my design based on the form of the eye. In general, the upper eyelid can be divided into 3 parts and the lower eyelid into 2 parts. This angle is almost a profile view. Drawing the eye in this kind of angle can be challenging, but I will show you how to analyze it. Just like I did in the previous image, I'm trying to simplify the forms using lines while considering the eye's structure. This helps me understand it better. One thing to keep in mind is that the pupil in this view isn't stuck to the front of the iris. It's actually set inside it, so it should be drawn a bit further back. If you look closely, the pupil isn't perfectly round in this view, and that's because of perspective. Just like I did when analyzing the previous image, here I am also using lines to follow the overall form of the eye, helping me understand its volume better. Now, let's look at the eye in the 3/4 view. Drawing eyes in this view might seem tricky, but don't worry. We are going to analyze its structure together to understand it better. In this view, you can also see that the inner corner of the eye is lower than the outer corner. I mentioned before that the upper and lower eyelids have thickness, and you can see it here. Now it's time to draw. Now that we have analyzed the eye from different angles, we can start drawing it. You can use any tool you like for drawing. I recommend drawing along with me for better learning. If you are drawing digitally, feel free to use any brush you are comfortable with. First, I treat the whole eye as a flat surface, and I draw the overall shape of the eye. I try to simplify the eye into a form that's more familiar to me. In this method of drawing, we start with basic large shapes, And as we progress, we add more details, making our drawing more complete. I try to initially look at the eye as a negative space and draw its overall shape without focusing on the details. I also pay attention to the distance between the eye and the upper and lower eyelids. After drawing the larger basic shapes, I add more details like the edges of the eyelids. And slowly my eye drawing is coming together. As I progress, whenever I feel like something needs adjusting, I erase and redraw it. Remember that the pupil is circular in the front view. Also, the top part of the iris is not visible because it's covered by the upper eyelid. Now I will start drawing this eye. You are drawing along with me, right? I will start again with basic shapes and forms, and as I move forward, I will add more details. I will also make corrections wherever needed. The iris and pupil in this view are not perfectly round. We see them as slightly oval due to perspective. If you are drawing digitally, you can use the liquify tool to make overall adjustments. Now let's draw the eye from 3/4 view. The drawing method is exactly the same as before, so I won't explain it again. I will just mention any extra points that comes to my mind. In this view, you can see both the upper and lower eyelid edges at the same time. I just realized I didn't show you the full profile view, so let's go ahead and analyze it together. In the profile view, the eye resembles a triangle, so you can use the triangular shape as a guide to help with your drawing. The lower eyelid is slightly behind the upper eyelid due to the angle of the eye. Also, remember that the eyes are set inside the skull, so pay attention to the distance between the eye and the front of the nose. The edge of the iris is not flat, it has curvature, so don't draw it flat. Also notice that the pupil is inside the iris, so don't attach it to the front of the iris. It should be drawn slightly behind. In this view, the pupil is oval shaped, so keep that in mind as well. These analyzers might seem boring, but they are really helpful. This is my first tutorial video in English, and I really hope you have learned a lot of useful things. If you have done any drawings, feel free to post them and tag me. I will definitely check them out. Thank you so much for your support, it means the world to me. I hope this video was helpful and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.